Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Gaming Lounge. As you can see, I'm back at 4,618 trophies, which is really good. It's my season highest, not my season highest, but my current season highest right now. We still got 12 days left in the season. I'm pretty excited because we're going to get that 5,000 person or best, and we're going to get to, we're definitely going to get to Master 1 most likely. That is my goal for the season, and hopefully I could get to, I want to break 5,000. 5,000 still Master 1. You don't get into Master 2 until 5,200. But, today, for today's videos, on Sunday, I'm going to take you guys on a little story. As you can see, I want to talk about this guy. His name is Fix It Ralph YouTube. And what happened was my clanmate fought him and beat him. My clanmate beat him in a ladder game, and this guy got really mad. He comes to our clan asking for a rematch, and when you ask for a rematch after you lose a ladder game, you have to use the same deck. But this guy was trying to be slick, and he changes his deck to counter my clanmate's deck. But instead of my clanmate having to fight him, I join the battle and I fight this guy. And this guy, he thinks is good. He got the 21 challenge, but I mean, in challenges he's not that. From what I saw, he's not very good. And which is really funny because he was just BMing us the whole time, telling us that we're a bad clan. And it was just hilarious. I mean, his clan's just as good as ours, and so it's funny how he thinks his clan's better than ours when we have the same clan score, pretty much. Anyways, so we're going to watch a couple of those replays of us fighting him and just destroying him. So this is the game that my clanmate fought him, and this is why he came into our clan and started talking trash to us. Pretty funny because he's using a Mortor deck. You can't use a mode wimpy deck than what he's using. One of the most skillless decks in the game is Mortor. And the funny because the Mortor deck counters his hog deck, but JMax is able to win still. Just because JMax is a way better player than this Fix It Ralph guy. And so let's just kind of watch the replay and see what my clanmate does, what JMax does to make this guy so mad. So as you can see, this Fix It Ralph guy pretty much has a max deck. He has max archers. He has almost a max knight. He has a level. I'm not sure what his mortar is. I think it's a level 12 mortar. Yeah. So this guy pretty much has a max deck, and he's not at 5,000 trophies yet. So that kind of just talks about his skill level. But anyways, yeah, as far as we can see, this hog deck is right now. He's just JMax is just destroying this guy. He's done 1,000 damage to his tower. He hasn't even. He's done like 300 damage to my clanmate's tower. And the whole point of the Mortar deck is to get chip damage until you could rocket it down. Once you're able to rocket down, you play defensive, and then you just rocket the last second. That's how this Mortar deck works, and this is why I don't like it. It's a skillless deck. It's a way to say I'm not very good. I have to rely on a rocket to win. And so he goes ahead and uses that tornado. He logs and gets and this is good because he's getting chip damage every time he logs. So every time he kills his goblins, he's getting the same elixir trade, and he's getting chip damage, and he's able to get fireball hits on his tower because of the placements of the mortar. And so that's the thing. If you're playing Mortar deck, you don't want to place it like that, because especially if your teammate has a fireball, because they're just going to fireball both units and get more value out of it. So the reason why JMax wins, just because he is just the better player. He knows how to, place his spells. He knows how to do he has good placement, and so that's why he's able to just destroy this guy. So this is kind of why the Mortar deck counters the hog, because it makes it so the hog can't get to the tower if you play it right. So JMax is playing very clean. There he goes. He gets the log again to get the damage on the tower. And so right now JMax is just trying to get as much chip tower with his spells as he can, so that he's going to be able to win the game, which is really smart. Watch this. He's going to do the fireball, hit the archers, and the tower. So that's what I'm talking about. He's getting so much value with his spells. The knight got to the tower, and the knight just did like almost 1,000 damage to the tower by itself with the spells. And so as we can see, JMax is he's just BMing him now with all these laughing face. And that tornado was pretty cool. Okay, so now we can see why this Fix-It Ralph guy comes in. Because instead of going for the tower that has 128, he just goes on the opposite side. Because he wants the 2 crowns. Well, he didn't get the 2 crowns. But, okay, so because of this replay, you know, I don't have any of the chat logs when Fix-It Ralph came in, but, you know, when Fix-It Ralph came in to want to fight J-Max for that rematch, he switches his deck to a P.E.K.K.A deck. And I end up going ahead and joining the battle, and I end up fighting him. Alright, so let's just go and watch the game that I play. So this is really funny because he's like, J-Max, I want a rematch, I want to be able to beat you, and then he changes his deck so that he counters the hog deck. That's not how it works with Fix-It Ralph. You gotta play the same deck and try to beat him with the same deck. Anyways, regardless, this is P.E.K.K.A versus P.E.K.K.A. As you guys know, I main the P.E.K.K.A, so let's just kind of watch how I just completely destroy this guy. So he plays his P.E.K.K.A at the bridge, which is really stupid because I'm able to play my P.E.K.K.A and I'm going to be able to play the Electric Wizard. And I have the tower support, and I'm just going to be able to melt his P.E.K.K.A and have this strong counter push. That's going to pretty much just win the game. So as you can see, this Fix-It Ralph guy, I mean, he has high trophies, but like when it comes to challenges and playing a P.E.K.K.A deck, he didn't do a very good job. He did a poorly job playing, you know, the way he played it. So as you can see, the Dark Prince and the bats are pretty much just going to take out that tower. And once this happened, I knew I won. So I'm gonna start beating him because he was just talking trash the whole time, saying we're a bad clan, saying how he could beat everybody in the clan, and there's a bunch of nonsense. And look, and I'm playing him, and we're just he can't do anything about it, and that's what makes it really funny. Is if you're gonna go to someone's clan to BM and you're gonna do friendly battles and you're gonna lose, it's just embarrassing. Like if you're gonna go and BM and play against them, at least win the games. Like then after I beat him, he's like, I want to rematch this for. I want to rematch. It's like, no, dude, I already beat you once. I'm not gonna waste my time playing you again. And so it's just really funny. Like I don't know. Like this part of the aspect is what makes me entertained. You know, seeing what people do and seeing how they react. And so as you can see, I'm just waiting. I want to be able to defend my on my side with the P.E.K.K.A so that I could just 3-crown this guy. And so I didn't really have to make a move. That's why I was kind of waiting. I was just kind of using the zap, and I was trying to get my cycle back to my P.E.K.K.A, which is beautiful. So this is all about placement, and so we're going to be able to kill his P.E.K.K.A pretty easily. He's trying to use that minor poison deck that I use in the GC. He's just playing it not very well. So the Dark Prince was awesome because the Dark Prince was able to take out that Electric Wizard, which is what we needed. And now we have a full life P.E.K.K.A with a Bandit and with a Electric Wizard, just gonna melt. It's just gonna melt, and he can't cycle to his P.E.K.K.A in time. He's just panicking, and that's kind of how you know that he's not that skilled of a player when it comes to challenges, because he doesn't know what he's doing. And now he just gave up, and he's just gonna let me 3-crown him because he knows he lost. Which is what you should do. he just tilted and gave up, and he's even more mad. And he just kind of just started talking more trash. And what we did was he kept asking for me and J-Max to rematch, but our other clanmates just kept fighting him and kept beating him. So it was pretty funny. This guy just came to our clan and like almost lost to every single player that he fought. So yeah, I guess we're a bad clan, and even though you come in and lose to almost everybody. And so I want to show you guys some of my recent games that I have had. That was just kind of entertaining. I just really wanted to show you that if you try to go to someone's clan and BM and don't succeed, you just look like a fool like this guy did. Which is just hilarious. So let's go ahead and watch this spawner deck. You don't see a lot of spawners in this game anymore. And so let's see, this game was really kind of frustrating because we just kept canceling each other out. And this is when I wish that overtime in ladder was just as long as overtime in challenges. I wish we had 3 minutes, because I would have beaten this guy if I had 3 minutes of overtime. But you only have 1 minute overtime in ladder, which makes it, very easy to draw on games. But the reason why they do it is because they don't want games to be extremely long on ladder, which makes sense. When it comes to challenges, they want to have a winner, so that's why they have that 3 minute that 3-minute overtime, which I kind of wish that we had that 3-minute overtime in ladder so that you could win games, not instead of drawing. Because I should have won this game. So the mini P.E.K.K.A is going to be able to get on the tower. He's going to be doing some really good damage on the left-hand tower. There's the bandit doing, she was able to get the dash and get a couple of hits on the tower. So we're in a pretty good position. We got both those towers to 2,000, 500 HP range. But even though this game was a draw, it was really fun. And he has pretty good rares. He has level 10 rares, pretty much one level away from max. So our decks are pretty even. He does have a little bit higher level cards than I do, but it's pretty even for the most part. And this is why I got level 7 P.E.K.K.A, because he's able to one-shot level 12 barbarians. Level 6, I think it took 2 shots. The level 7 P.E.K.K.A just one-shots him, which is nice. I don't think he one-shots the level 13 barbarians though, which is fine. That'd be kind of strong if it was. So I just go ahead and zap those spirit goblins. Alright. So mini P.E.K.K.A was able to get a hit, and I'm playing the bandit to get some chip damage, but he counters it with the Valkyrie. So he's doing pretty good with his rotation. His zap's always in rotation with my bats, so he's able to counter my bats with zap every single time. And so, overall, he played very well. I can't complain. We both played very good. One of my mistakes that I shouldn't have really done. I had to keep on pushing with my P.E.K.K.A. If I tried to burst spam the left-hand side, they would go to the barbarian, and so it would have just been more confusing for my troops. So what I was doing was what I needed to do, was put all the units with my P.E.K.K.A. But our decks just canceled each other out, and that's what made it very frustrating, especially like right here. We have 2 electric wizards down. His musketeer was able to just defend, and he did a very good job defending, because all my tanks and all my tanking units just died. So here it is. We're just doing, as you can see, it's just like deja vu. We're just doing the exact same thing over and over. I'm changing it up with how I'm doing it though, because obviously it hasn't been working before. So my P.E.K.K.A is very healthy still. It's just, he's just taking so much damage. He's been alive for so long. And so I was able to get the bandit on the tower, and then he's able to play his musketeers, which just, musketeer is a very good card. If you guys have the musketeer, if you have a pretty high level musketeer, use it. Like, it's extremely good. And this is what makes me mad, was he zaps and kills the bandit and kills my bats. That bandit would have won me the game. And now I can't cycle in time, and I get to his tower to like 120 HP, which is just, oh man, it was just frustrating. He plays this giant, so obviously nothing's gonna get there. And if I had 2 more minutes though, I would have won, because all I had to do was just cycle for my spells and get that tower. But that is epic zap that he did is what saved him from not losing, and that he had to have had a max level zap, because my level 12 zap. So 210 damage, so my bandit must have had only 200 life left, because that zap killed my bandit. If she would have gotten the dash off, she would have killed the tower, which would have been very nice. Let's go ahead and watch one more game. Which one do I want to show you? Let's show you against this guy, because he has a very interesting deck. Which I like to see. I like people when they're using their own decks. He's using a Mega Knight Minor deck with the Goblin Bearer, so I think he has a really cool deck. It's kind of like a spam deck, but with a version of being tanky, or with having a slow push. Yeah, level 3 legendaries is pretty much all you see once you get to 4,600 trophies. That's why I really need the bandit. Now, this is kind of interesting because his Goblin Bearer is only a level 5. And so I wonder, maybe this isn't his main deck. Maybe he's just trying new decks since the season is only halfway through. That's what I'm thinking, because level 5 Goblin Bearer is not very high. Now, I don't know why he said good game. Maybe he thought he lost. I'm not sure why they say good game like that. But that electric wizard just look how long he's staying alive. He just stays alive for he's kind of like a Royale giant. Like the Royale giant just stays alive for the longest time. Like same thing with the electric wizard, because when units get in front of it, and when he zaps the tower, it changes the target, so he's able to stay alive longer. It's kind of a cool tactic. So this is kind of not fair because my zap completely kills his Goblin Bearer. Now I don't know why I played Dark Prince instead of, I don't know. I should have just zapped, but it is what it is. So I go and play my electric wizard. I have to actually. I don't play. I'm gonna wait to play it because I didn't want his Inferno. I didn't want my electric wizard to die and have his Inferno Tower dragon just completely melt the tower. When you have a lead like this, you have to just defend and be conservative because you have the game won. Like there's no reason trying to do dumb things and trying to be too aggressive when you have the game won already. And so that's the kind of thing that if you try to gain more trophies, you have to be aware of that. Alright, so at this point, I mean, he has nothing left in his hand. Everything that I have in my hand kind of is what he has. I have the arrows for the minion horde. I have bats up already to kill his miner and to kill his goblin gang. So there's really nothing he could do. He's getting pretty close. I mean, he's doing a lot of good chip damage, which is extremely well. But there's only 10 seconds left. He's not going to be able to do enough, which is kind of unfortunate. But he did very well for the levels he had. I mean, level 5 Goblin Bear. I mean, the other stuff was good. He had 2 level 3s, legendaries, and he had pretty good cards level still, but that level 5 Goblin Bear was just really, really weak. If his Goblin Bear was higher, he probably would have taken that tower out, and I would have had to play a little bit more aggressive. Well, anyways, guys, this video was all about showing you that if you try to go into someone's clan and BM them and tell them that they're bad, and you lose to almost every single player in a friendly battle, you just look like a fool. That's why the title of this video is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just love watching. I mean, this is what makes Clash Royale fun. It's just how people react and their attitudes. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a good day. Keep on clashing, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. Bye.